To everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another day and another stream. We're here on the Splinterlands TV channel. My name is Holazor. I'm from Australia, and it's good to have you. For the next 2 hours, you're going to watch me struggle enormously on the road to Diamond 1, potentially champion, depending on how we go. And we're going to start it off by navigating our way through an Earth quest. So I hope that your Monday has been well. Mine's been busy. And my first battle of the day is, well, everybody's going to be compelled to use Green Splinter here. And it's 48 mana, we've got Holy Protection and Reverse Speed, so Llama seems like the obvious play for almost everyone here, but I'm going to go with Wizard of Eastwood, because I don't want any armor to be ruining the day of a Goblin Tower here. Because of the reverse speed, they seem like the perfect weapon to use, especially for that first position. Well, they're going to be not in the first position, but they'll be close-ish to that variety. I'm going to roll with a Lord Arianthus as my tank. I'm going to throw in some healing, because I've got that amplify as well. Now, I think Oaken Behemoth is going to be a little bit too quick for second position. 3 in reverse speed isn't so bad, so they can go in second position. Goblin Psychic can go there, and then I've got 11 mana left to play with. So let's just sort by mana cost, see whether or not we do go with Kron as our last. Yeah, why not? If my opponent's going to potentially do something along those lines, I may as well do so too. So they have cleverly also used Goblin Tower as well. Unfortunately for me, that means my Silix Slip Spawn is going to be a bit of a pain. My selection of Wizard of Eastwood as my summoner was probably not the wisest choice in the world, but it looks like it might pay off. I mean, they didn't have any armor really to begin with other than what Pelacor Mercenary would have had. So we'll see whether or not I can keep my team alive for long enough to get through their team. I've also got the Kron to fall back on, so I'm not too afraid here. Oh, that miss was very annoying. The only problem is, if Kron gets to the front and Goblin Psychic is still around, then I might have some trouble if I become afflicted. And that might be where my demise occurs, but we'll see. Okay, let's see whether or not we get hit by affliction. I am broadcasting, yes. There it is, there's the affliction, and there's the death. Hey Team Vanguards, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I am upset with that defeat, but that's my first game in a couple of days. I've been slack. Haven't been playing all that much lately. We've got heavy hitters and taking sides. So what am I going to do here? My opponent does appear to have the power of poison. They enjoy using Prince Renan, so are we gonna go all out return fire? I think maybe. Let's do return fire and magic reflect for good measure. We'll couple it with an amplifier. Now there's going to also be some nice little armor added there, so that's why I've used Centauri Mage for the repair. Throw in the Princess, we'll throw in Swamp Thing maybe? I'm not concentrating on stun at all here, which is going to be very dangerous for me. But Who knows? Let's see how we go. Yeah, I'm screwed here. At least I'm going to be flinging all of their attacks back at them. But the problem with that is it's not going to do it for a lengthy period of time. But those who do get their attacks flung back at them are very, very fragile, so I may just win. Hey, hold my cards. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that is funny. Do we want to become famous here on Splinterlands TV? Do we? I'm not sure if we want to. I'm not sure if we want to. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Yes, you can send a challenge if you'd like to. My in-game name would have just appeared in the chat there if you'd like to send me a challenge. Thanks to my moderation spam from those people telling us to do stuff, but if you want to copy paste my name, there you go. Close range and noxious fumes. We got earth, we got life, we got dragon. What's our opponent to do here? I think a magic reflect might go well. Let's actually no, not a magic reflect. Let's go with the cube and the mercenary and see if we can win through brute force. Cornelius would have been a good choice here as well. If my opponent runs a Cornelius, I will probably lose this battle, but we will make an attempt. All right, what do we got opponent-wise? Well, noxious fumes in play. I don't think they have enough health to survive very long. They didn't bring a cleanse along. And they don't have any real concerns, so sure, I'm going to lose my cube, but mercenary will outlive the rest of the team handsomely. Hey, Miss Chang. Mercenary will do all of the just sitting there standing. Oh, was that your ult, Prince Renan, Mistfang, or was it the one before that? Oh yeah, Mistfang 3. That makes sense that was you. I don't know if you were watching me before that point, but if you were, I hope I didn't counter you perfectly as you were watching me put my team together. I do know that there's a slight delay between what it is that I'm doing and what's happening out in the real world. That's the world of Twitch for us. But no, it was a good game. I was lucky to perfectly counter you in that team comp with the double return fire. All right, my opponent here loves their Earth Splinter as well. They do have a Prince Renan, and they don't seem to be exploiting it all that much, but it's Little League, and we've got weak magic. Hey, Macaroni. Ostino, I will take you up on that challenge just after I've submitted my team for this one. And what am I going to do here? It feels like armor should be really useful. The fact that it's Little League means that I should reduce the enemy's armor, so we'll go with my Cilia. Do I go and try to deconstruct their team from the back lines? I was thinking sneak, and I am leaning in that direction right now. Do I go with a passive front line? Yeah, I think I'm going to. Okay, how am I going to arrange this team? We'll go Eyes of the Fanged there. I've got plenty of armor and I'm looking to reduce my opponent's armor. I'm very grateful for my Magic Reflect. I didn't bring an ordinary heal. But we'll see. The good news is I can hit them in more ways than one here, and bang, there go both their healers. That is awesome. I think I'm on the path to victory here. Or at the very least, I don't see how I could be defeated. Got some wonderful sneaking happening. I've got a little bank of armor to protect me, which doesn't matter anymore now. My Dr. Blight has a lot more stuff in front of him compared to the other way around. I'm sorry to hear that, Bakweni, that your team comp, sorry, your quest went from sneak to snipe. That is really unfortunate. That was a really good ranking boost for me, that one. 52 rating points, and we're 3 battles in. Let's have a look at this challenge here. So we're looking at Gold League or cards. All right, I can do that. What I'm going to have to do is do this so that we're playing blind. Well, I approved it, and I'm not sure that I should have. But I don't know. I think that term is PG in my mind. For those who are interested, the rule set we've got here are Back to Basics and Spreading Fury. So I've got really no idea what I'm going to play. There's Fire, Splinter, Water, Green, and Life available. I am going to probably do this. You guys can't see, but I'm talking to myself. I'm very good at talking to myself. It's one of my best talents. That's why I stream. I mean, I can see messages here, which is a boost. So it's not exactly talking to myself alone in a dark room, but it's pretty much the closest thing I got, right? Oh man, I really wanted to put that in my team, but I can't fit that in my grouping here, so I'm going to put that in instead. It's a really low mana match, and I don't understand why I'm taking so long to put my team together, but I am. Yeah, sure, we'll throw one of them in. We'll hit that battle button, and then I will turn my screen back on. So we have Jotun versus Obsidian. I am not sure who's going to come across the line here. At a glance, I'd probably say the Jotun team is going to win. I considered going with Deep Swimmer and like a beefy tank for Return Fire, but I decided to put Oak and Behemoth in the middle of the street, so to speak, to see if they couldn't act as a bit of a stopgap in the middle of the team, but no, they could not. So the only time I play in Gold League is when I fall out of Diamond League and get stuck there. So I'm not used to Gold League, and in particular, Back to Basics is probably my least favorite match set. So it's one of those things where you played it very well, but at the same token, I had no idea what I was doing, because Gold League is just so super foreign to me. Alrighty, for this one I have Weak Magic as the rule set, and we've got Odd Ones out as well. And my opponent seems to be playing nothing but Dragon, so either I need anti-ranged or anti-magic. I think I'm probably better to go with no ranged attacks hitting me in the face, please. Um, so we're going to look for anything that has a good old return fire to bring along. And since they are a fan of Dragon, there's every risk that they're going to be playing something like Biz Kitty here. Or it could be Yoden with a weak magic as well. So I'm just going to go with the triple return fire setup and implement the most passive team I can put together. Sure, I'm going to have a snipe involved, but I want to be as alive as possible for as long as possible. I am going to need more armor. So what else do I have with protect? Nothing else. Okay, next step is piercings. What do we have with piercings? Sandworm. Sure. And 2 mana left, which we cannot use because odd one's out. So let's just go with more speed and see if Sandworm and a whole bunch of reflections can see me win this battle. I'm pretty glad I went with a pretty defensive team here. I don't think my Sandworm is going to survive the Vigilator, though. That is very problematic. But is the Vigilator going to survive all the return fire? It's probably another decent question to ask. Let's see. I think Sandworm might end up being MVP here. As long as he can stay protected from that blast. Sandworm might bring it home. I wish I had a triage on my team. Sandworm is soon to no longer be protected by that blast. We got some armor back though. Oh, this is fantastic. Beautiful. Didn't think I was gonna get through that battle unscathed like that, but I did. So this green splinter quest thing is not taking me very long at all today. I need one more win, and then I will be rolling straight into another quest because I haven't played for a couple of days. Been busy. So for those of you who've been looking for me on my personal Twitch channel, I have no excuse other than the photography you'll see being uploaded yesterday and the one that'll go up tonight as well on my Hive blog. So we've got Noxious Fumes, 48 mana. I think it's going to be a good old cube again with a Llama Mage. Last time I went cube Llama Mage, I lost. Let's see if fate will see me have the same thing happen again. I probably want to stack up a whole bunch of sneak in the event of my opponent doing exactly what I'm thinking of doing. So that's what I'm gonna do. Then, don't know that you're the right tool. Perhaps we'll go with... do I throw Kron in anyway? Yeah, I probably should. Let's be unconventional. Because it's Noxious Fumes. Everyone else should die that doesn't have a heal. The sneak was well intentioned, but isn't going to work very well. Meanwhile, they're just going to blast away with extreme amounts of damage, and I'm going to get absolutely wrecked. That's going to be a loss for me. And it's going to be an absolute freaking loss. Not even a go gently into that night. It's going to be a you got absolutely and positively destroyed. But we do have our last stand coming in now, so who knows? Maybe we can make a recovery, but they have an awful lot of damage on their team. I'm not sure I've got enough. Yeah, I did not have enough health to look after an attack like that. Alright, let's have a look at the challenge from Hold My Cards. Doing another Gold League challenge. We'll have a look at the rule set, then I'll make everything go black. Reverse speed, no healing, life splinter, death splinter, green splinter. Good luck. Let's see what we get and what you play. What am I gonna play? It's 38 mana. I think I'm gonna do something completely random. By completely random, I mean something that I probably shouldn't play, but I'm going to. Because it will be fun. Let me sort by speed. Not even announcing the Splinter I'm playing. It's going to be a surprise. What is going to be there? I'd like to play that card, but I don't have enough mana. Well, it's one of these types. Let's go with this one. Alright, I've just hit the battle button. It's all locked in. Here we go. And I'm surprised to see Death v Death. But I'm not angry to see Death v Death. I enjoy Death Splinter quite a bit, but I've gone all magic. You've also gone with lots of magic, but I decided to go with Ouster. I was looking at the splinters available, and I thought I might see green splinter, and I was thinking like a magical green splinter would have been pretty deadly to me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go death and go magic myself and see what happens. It's not over, but I think I've got the upper hand at this point of the battle. Jin Murray stood courageously, and now Undead Lich is going to do some stuff. Thankfully, the affliction doesn't hurt him because his life leech still works. And now the rest of my team can pick on the solitary Dr. Blight. He left his practice unlocked, and we got in. Well played, Hold My Cards. Well played. I particularly respect the Giant Scorpion. I feel like it is a very undervalued card. It's got lots of utility, I feel. Alright, back to my Diamond League quest here. We've got Healed Out and Explosive Weaponry. We got Dragon Splinter, Green Splinter. So we got a Drake of Anorak. We've got lots of magical stuff. They're probably going to play Blue Splinter. I'm probably going to get myself ready for lots of Magic Reflect here. And I'm going to make sure that I come to battle with the most health I possibly can and the most useful sort of front line I can muster. Unfortunately, there's no triage available, so I'm going to have to think about what damage I want to conduct upon the enemy here. I think I want snipes here. Snipes and opportunities to take advantage of that blast rule set. Snipe, 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 snipe. Snipe, snipes. There's no magical snipe. I got very confused for a moment there. Let's go with Spirit of the Forest, Mantoid, you and you. I'm leaving so much mana on the table here. But I don't know, I'm going with the team that I think has a chance of winning. I think I need Snipe to win. And I may not be incorrect with that assumption. I also needed that Magic Reflect. Like, majorly needed that Magic Reflect. Would have been nice if I could have slipped in an Amplify as well. But it's a pretty dire situation here. I'm going to get ground into a fine mist before I can take out their team significantly enough. Now I have the speed disadvantage. At least I had armor to protect me from that blow. Oh, I don't know. This might end up being a bit closer than I might give it credit for. Yeah, I got it. Beautiful. Left so much mana on the table and still managed to get through a Valnamore. That's an astonishing win. That is very neatly and tidily done. Let's see what we get out of that quest. That quest was pretty amazing. Let's see what we're going to get here. Alright. 9 DEC, an Alchemy Lotion, Pelican Mercenary, another Alchemy Lotion, another Alchemy Lotion. 433 DEC, now that's nice. A Pelican Mercenary, a Legendary Lotion. I moused over this and I thought, oh my god, is it shaking chest? No, it's not. It's just a Legendary Lotion. Then we've got a Conjurer and a Twilight Basilisk Rare. So that's pretty mediocre out of the daily rewards for that first quest. We're loading up the next one. What's it gonna be? Please don't be water, please be dragon. It's Snipe. That's sort of a dragon quest, because I can use dragon as well as I please. It's primarily going to be a death and life quest, I think. Death Splinter, Life Splinter. I can use Blue Splinter, I can use Fire Splinter. What's my opponent been fond of? Lots of range damage. All of the range damage, and they love a shield bearer, so I don't think I'll be playing for the quest for this battle. I think I'll be going Blue Splinter and spamming magic myself. And am I going to do that using Kelia or Deep Swimmer? Let's go Deep Swimmer because I want to use... where is the guy I want to use? I believe he costs 7 mana. Can't remember his name. There he is, Serpent of Eld. Now we've already got a blind in play. Now what I want to do is just spam a whole bunch of blast to try and take out whatever will be behind their main attacker. And I don't know whether or not my team's going to be quick enough here. Let's go with Sneak as well. I want my Sandworm. There's my Sandworm. Sorry to hear that, Bakoni. Today's been the opposite for me so far, with the exception of 1 or 2 battles here and there. We have our good days, we have our bad days. What am I going to throw into the last position? I want something that can be pretty quick. Or do I just throw in a snipe? Try and force the quest. Because I do have... Let's go snipe piercing. Slightly slower than the mantoid, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my opponent surrendered. Wonderful. So it was a free win, as I've hit submit. That's awesome. They were going to go Tarsa and Scavo Chemist. Okay, very well. That's quite the win streak I find myself on now. That one only got me 10 rating. That one only got me 10 rating. That one doesn't tell me how much rating I got. Just battle. Oh, it was a challenge, right? There I lost 22. There I gained 48. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if Diamond 1 is going to be in the picture for today. Probably not for this quest if I keep on spamming consecutive snipe into there. But I don't know. I've got another hour and a half left to kill here, so it will be interesting to see what gets thrown my way. Alrighty, Earthquake. Oh, Little League. So, not much opportunity for snipe here. And not much opportunity to exploit Death Splinter's amazing flying machines either on account of the Little League. But we can exploit lots of armor, which Life Splinter is no doubt going to be way better at because Tower Griffin is the only one there. So we should probably go Life Splinter and use all the armor to try and delay the inevitable death. Now, nothing has shield. Nothing has a native shield in Life Splinter to help it live longer among the flightlessness that we're about to experience. So I'm going to throw in the Harpy. That way she can be a little flying machine. But that's about where I'm sitting there going, what else can go in my team? Do I want to go with that forced snipe? Potentially throw myself out into the pavement? Possibly. So much mana available. 4 mana creatures. I should probably use a snare in case they've got one. But I don't think I can use because it is... Where's my Grenadier? There they are. That's what I was looking for. Put Grenadier in there and see what happens. Well, they didn't bring anything flying. They've got a large amount of damage. They did bring a Dr. Blight. The only flying machine they've got is Tower Griffin. So, I don't know. We'll see. I've got more armor though. And I do have the flying stuff. Most of my hopes rest on Celestial Harpy here. My Tower Griffin's done a great job dodging Feral Spirit. Their Feral Spirit just did a great job dodging me. That's unfortunate. The advantage of having my Truth Speaker up in the front is she can heal herself and cleanse herself. But not when she takes damage from an earthquake like that. Okay. This is the danger zone. And of course I got afflicted and poisoned. And that's over. And you were correct. Dr. Blight did do the For the Win button. But I did throw in that silly snipe to try and force the quest, so I deserved that. Okay, odd one's out, unprotected. It's time for Yoden. And it's time for the snippety snipes. Double snipe there. We want to spam an opportunity. We want to throw in a sandworm. I'm going to divert attention as far away from my fragile boys as possible by throwing a Grom out into the battlefield as well. And we'll go Phineas in the second position. This is all going to come crashing catastrophically apart if they choose to play Shield Bearer. But we'll see. Or if they play Milo. Either way, I have put my mindset in a position that envisages me losing. We'll see if that's the reality. They've got a fair bit of speed on their side. I'm really grateful they don't have an opportunity. Oh, that snipe was almost very deadly. I wanted this guy to stay alive. Serpentine Spy was sort of the key to getting in behind their back line. Oh, beautiful double kill by my Grum. He didn't get his armor back, but he didn't need it. Oh, backfire. What's the bet this guy solos the rest of my team? I'm very glad he did not. Okay, that's another win. Thank you, Phyrexia General, for fulfilling my assigned duty in that quest. Delivering unto us an enemy snipe. Now we have reverse speed and keep your distance. We got dragon, we got water, we got death. I feel like magic reflection is important here, as will be other bits and pieces. So I'm going to go Alster. So Almo can have some magic reflect. And then it won't only be Almo having magic reflect, it's going to also be... Where is we want amplify for sure as part of this strategy. Triage is a part of my plan also. Where is the thing I'm looking for? There it is, Onyx Sentinel. So this way I've got Return Fire and Magic Reflect on both of these guys. And they've both got amplification. There is a Reflect for Spirit Hoarder. Sorry, there's a Triage on Spirit Hoarder, which will keep Onyx Sentinel alive. There's a Heal from Tortazan Chief, which will keep Almo alive. And now, I'm just going to throw in Cthulhu. Cthulhu will be my mightiest boy. So it looks like my opponent didn't get the memo on reverse speed. I'm okay with that. Somehow I'm still missing, even with an enormous speed differential. Chaos Dragon, why do you have to be this way? And I forgot to bring my snipe. So this one won't count towards my quest. But, I don't know, I think I'll be just okay with all of this amplified magic reflect and all of this nice healing, distributed healing. That worked out well. I should have put Margie Necrosian instead of Cthulhu. That way I would have had my snipe covered and I'd be at 3 of 5 instead of 2 of 5. But I can't have it all. Oh, this one's going to be a struggle to get a snipe in. It's 12 mana. And you know what? I'm going to take an enormous risk in the team that I play here. I'm going to be super lazy and go Llama plus Tortazan Chief. My opponent has put in a different team. Let's see if we can hit this Chaos Agent. Am I going to have enough health to stay alive? No. Drat. Chaos Agent won the game for my enemy there. I did put in a very lazy team. I was feeling super lazy. It was kind of a scenario where I wouldn't be able to play a snipe there, so instead of surrendering, no, I might as well make it look like I'm attempting a realistic effort. Now we've got Knockout and Silent Summoners. That is a perfect ploy for me to bring Alster back into the fold again, and this time I am going to bring in Margin Necrosi, and then I'm going to just build my team around Snipe. So we've got the triple Snipe coming through. My tank is probably going to be Cursed Windaku, I think. Unless... oh, they're going to play a Lord of Darkness here, aren't they? If they play Death Splinter. I'm going to lose so bad. So if they're going to play a Lord of Darkness, I guess I should probably use a Halfling Alchemist. And... I don't know. Let's see if a Fallen Spectre can do anything useful. That's my fear. The other big fear, of course, is a Kraken. Well, I'm grateful that's not a Lord of Darkness. My snipe is going to be very interesting. Goodbye to Halfling Alchemist next. Which is fine. I'd like Halfling Alchemist to go, because the whole intent of them is for them to not live very long. Thank you, Twisted Jester, for doing a dodge. That's a very good redemption, because it takes out their annoying healer. Now, can Magi Necrosi seal the deal? I don't think they have enough speed. Oh, they needed to stun there. They couldn't stun. Disappointing. The sadness. RNG not in my favor in that battle. What's going to happen next? Am I going to lose another? Quite possibly. We will see. Every loss is a learning experience there. Silent Summoners again. Wow. 18 mana. I'm going to go Green Splinter. I'm going to rock it old school with Lyanna. Going to throw in Child of the Forest. And in fact, I'm going to go mainly 3 mana creatures. Heal Giant. And let's just build a 3 mana team. It's all 3 mana. I'm liking it so far. And we'll throw in the Fungus Fiend to slow down our opponent as well. Hoping that I can use this interesting combination of creatures to win. Probably can't, because I can already think of half a dozen teams that would beat this composition. But that's the fun of me trying to force a quest. Is, will it actually work? Probably not. Would I like it to work? Very much so. Yes. Okay. Well, my snipe's going to go to a nice place, but I'm not happy about this Tower Griffin. The Affliction doesn't matter one bit, but it's going to matter now. not winning this game. So much affliction, so much poison. I should just make sure I put Dr. Blight in all my teams. That is the goal for the rest of this stream. Dr. Blight in every team. All the time, everywhere. Close range, 24 mana. That's going to be Llama Mage and Cornelius. We're going to throw in the cube as well. And immediately I'm like, yeah, the Dr. Blight in every team. What do I do? No Dr. Blight in this team. And I didn't even put a snipe. What am I doing? I could have put a snipe in here. But the main idea here was to make sure that, or at least give myself every possibility that Cornelius receives the last stand, which is going to be unlikely with Phyrexia General being a Phyrexia General, the way the Phyrexia General is a Phyrexia General. But actually, the annoying part about this is going to be the last stand on minimal health. And probably not having enough health to withstand the attacks before the heal became unstoppable. I screwed myself there. What am I going to do now? It's Holy Protection, fires in. Blast is not a bad option here. It's just who has the cheapest blast. Blast is not a bad option. Let's go with Obsidian? No. Why am I struggling so much with my team selection here? It's because of that Divine Shield that I want to bring the Blast along. Let's go Selenia. Go with Life. And we'll go Grenadier. Thunderbird so we can stun the front line. And I want something with knockout. Let's go Disintegrator. This is a very, very, very unconventional team I'm putting together here. Do not recommend it. It will... Do not try this at home is what I'm trying to get at here. Because it likely won't work. But it's nice to dream. I don't think Crystal Smith is the best choice. Let's go with another stun to give Disintegrator the best chance of succeeding with their knockout. We'll throw that in the middle, protect the Grenadier, and hope that they didn't bring Sneak. I don't know that I'm going to need the knockout. Maybe on the failed summoner. The key is, however, getting the stun to actually happen. And now the knockout is redundant anyway. I'm grateful that was only an affliction and not coupled with a poison there. It gives me one more turn of using my Grenadier. But again, Where was my Dr. Blight? In my collection, gathering dust. This is why the snipe quest is so annoying. Because snipe is so very, very, very situational, and I'm trying to force it down the throat of every team that I encounter. And it's not working. Well, not working as well as I'd like it to. Pour myself a drink here. I can sense the voice disappearing. Knockout. And keep your distance. So exactly what I was trying to do last game comes to me this game. Except I can't do it with any melee creatures. Okay. I'm going to use Blue Splinter. And we're going to go Arianthus, Cornelius. There's a heal. There's a triage. Wanted to buy Amplify. There's an Amplify. Now we've got 5 mana left to play with. Let's throw in... Actually, let's not throw that in. Let's throw in a Coral Wraith so we can try to attack them from the back, because they won't expect a sneak. At least I wouldn't expect a sneak in this rule set. I was going to say, have I left plenty of armor on the table? Not really. Well, I'm glad that I have that Reflect, and I'm glad that I have Deep Swim. What I'm not glad for is the oppression on Magi of Chaos. That's going to be very painful indeed. But Void sort of makes it a bit more manageable. Yeah, this is probably going to be a loss for me. I didn't even bother bringing a stun. They've got a stun in their team. And again, my Dr. Blight, completely absent. My Snipe, also absent. Come on, return fire. Take out those weaklings. Well, I'm going to get a win here, but I don't think I had any Snipe in my team here. Am I going to get the win here? I'm not so sure anymore. I don't have any magic reflections left. Oh, this is going to be very, very close. 1 health. 1 freaking health. Yeah, that didn't count to my snipe. I didn't cram a sniper into my team. So I'll take that win and I'll cherish that one for as long as I may live. It's been a long time between wins, and it's probably going to continue being a long time between wins. Because now we've got no healing and earthquake and splinters that are not very good at flying. So I'm going to probably be unconventional here, because there's cheap shields aplenty in Fire Splinter, and combining that with Antoid Platoon, it's just fun. We've got a flyer, we want to bring people to the earth, we can do that 2 ways, and hey look, I managed to put a snipe into my team. Oh, that is really annoying. I really wish you could choose to play a lower level card if you were suspecting that your opponent was going to be cheeky in that way. Okay, I got a few stuns in there. They've seemed to have just gone for all-out damage, which is fine. My hopes and my dreams are on my Antoid platoon. I'm just going to get backfired to death here. Yeah. Never mind. See, I'd love it if I had a game where I could play Dragon and it was 99 mana. Then I could put some real snipe in my team. That's not a 99 mana game. Another one with the knockout rule set. Seems to be very popular today. I'm going to knee-jerk reaction myself into Life Splinter, Shield Bearer, Pew Pew Snipey Snipe. One of you. Temporal Master is probably not a good choice. You know who is a good choice? Always is a good choice. Tax Paragon. I wanted to use Celestial Harpy, but that's not happening. We'll have that redemption there. And we'll hope that we can keep Precious Shield Bearer alive. Well, this may not end badly for me. The only thing I have to be truly afraid of is that Acid Shooter with their Scatter Shot. That and the Mitika Headhunter is pretty deadly too. In fact, their whole team is rather deadly. Oh, why can't I hit this Goblin Dartling? Come on, I need that Goblin Dartling to die. There we go. The redemption did the trick. Now I'm screwed. Now I'm properly screwed. Yay, another loss. Alright. Send help. Send help, chat. Or send respects in the chat, because I am getting my life destroyed today. Back to basics. Explosive weaponry. Can't even do a sneak quest, snipe quest, whatever quest it is that I've got, even if I wanted to. I'm going to go Mimosa here. Even the odds. If it's ranged, sure. There's 1 mana gone. If they choose to use magic, then yay, there's other stuff gone. Since it's back to basics, I'm going to put Vampire right at the back. We'll put Lyra the Dark in. Yes, I'm going with ranged monsters primarily. Because I have lost all my cares. I have run out of caring. And now we're just going to put whoever's got the most health, which is always Almo, at least in my collection, in the front line. And we're going to see what happens. Yes, I need to include Dr. Blight in my teams. Unequivocally include Dr. Blight in my teams. Need to put myself a massive overlay on top of my screen to say, remember Dr. Blight. Just recentering myself there with the camera. Didn't realize I was a little bit off center. It's because I constantly move each day to day. Well, it's taking a while for my team to put my enemy to put their team together. And that doesn't look good for me. That doesn't look good for me at all. But at least I'm pretty speedy here, so we can get some attacks in before the opponent gets to move. Now, will this count as snipe? Because Mantoid has snipe normally. I hope it does. I hope it counts as a snipe win. Hey Princess, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Now, did that count as a sniping victory? It did. Excellent. You may have your Twitch tab muted in your browser, Games World. Because I'm pretty sure everyone else can hear me fine. If we can just confirm in chat. Okay, awesome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Splinterlands TV. Glad to have you here. We got Holy Protection and Healed Out as our rule sets. My opponent's done Jotun. Oh, they used a clay golem. And they put a shield bearer in the back of their team. That's very interesting. It's a very, very interesting team composition. That's very smart. Compounded with a Lorna, that's horrifically unbeatable. So what am I going to do to beat that? Well, I'm going to risk it with Death Splinter. I'm going to go for some old school cards myself, like a Screaming Banshee. And that's really the only old school card I could care to think of off the top of my head. Vampire. Nightmare is a big risk because my Nightmare is not maxed out, but I'm playing it anyway. And let's go with another snipe. Can we squeeze in the Margin of Crocy? We can. No healing, so Corrupted Pegasus is not so useful. We've got the double blast going. Let's throw in a blind, and then for 5 mana. Trying to avoid anything that's got ranged attacks here because they do seem to be very fond of Shield Bearer. Tortoise and Chief doesn't sound like the worst idea, but I'm going to go with Silent Shavi. Put Spirit Miner there, Silent Shavi there, Margin of Crocy. Yeah, maybe. Let's see how this pans out. Oh boy, am I glad I went with Ouster. But I'm not so glad of their Prismatic Energy in the second position. That's going to hurt enormously. I'm not doing too bad. I'm on a bit of a losing streak at the moment in game. But we'll see if we can't fix that. Been trying to fix that, and guess what I forgot to put in my team, everyone? We've been saying it for like the last 15,000 battles. Where's my Dr. Blight? Not that it really would have helped me here, on account of the fact that they do have their River Nymph with a cleanse, but I'm not very good at holding myself accountable, am I? I think the reason I'm gonna not walk away with the win here is the fact that my damage has been way too spread out. And there goes my precious Margin of Crocy. Now hopefully we can dodge. We cannot dodge, so we lose. We lose a horrible, horrible, horrible ordeal. I just need 2 more wins. Oh, yay, 99 mana, but it's Fog of War and snipe is not allowed. But I've got a snipe quest. Why do you have to be like this, game? Why are you like this? I'm gonna play... I really want to play Death Splinter, but my opponent's probably gonna play Fire, so... I'm gonna go with... Or do I play Fire and just play Magical Fire? I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes. And I'm going to remember to bring Dr. Blight this time. I record my streams and I upload them to YouTube, but no, I don't stream directly to YouTube. It's because the Twitch partner agreement basically says you can only stream to one platform at a time. It's part of their exclusivity. Word on the street is they're planning to change that in exchange for Twitch taking a bigger portion of advertising revenue. And if that's the case, yeah, I'll probably set up a multi-stream and stream to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. But I don't know that Splinterlands TV, the actual channel that we're here on today, is planning on doing that. But on my personal channel, it's something that I'll consider when it comes down to that change from Twitch, if they decide to do that. How long have you been playing Splinterlands for, Princess? Tell us. And have you got a favorite Splinter yet? Have you got favorite monsters yet? The Splinterlands community is very much happy to share their tips and their expertise. It's been around for quite some time now, so feel free to ask any questions. You will probably get an answer. Alright, I'm not entirely happy about this particular team that I've submitted. I feel like Dr. Blight is wasteful here. I feel like Cornelius could be replaced with something better, but I'm running out of time. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, I'm annoyed by that fire elemental and the fragility of my Phyrexia general. The blast has served me well. The blast has served me very well, and the reason I put my Phyrexia general in here was because they do technically have snipe hidden away beneath the rule set, and I'm hoping that it will credit me with a win here. So we've defeated Mountain Dew, and we got the snipe credit. So one more snipe win, and then it's off to open some more chests. Yeah, Byzantine Kitty is an awesome card. It's very hard to counter sometimes, though. What have we got? We've got Stampede and Aim True. What's going to work the best here? Can't do Magnor. Everything's going to hit. Let's have a think. Yeah, anyone can stream. I mean, it's really... The difference between every league is so dramatic that if you put me into Bronze League and said, hey, play Bronze League matches and be entertaining, if you found a grown man weeping entertaining, that would be the entertainment you would receive. So every league, every niche of the game is completely different. So I think that there's a place for every element in the game, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned veteran like me. There's a niche, I think, for everywhere, because Bronze League, Silver League, Gold League, they're entirely different games. Then Diamond and Champion League are sort of the same game, just there's more complicated tactics happening up in Champion League than there are in other places. You could take a champion player and throw them in a bronze tournament, and they'd probably struggle to perform there. Just as you guys saw earlier when I got challenged in Gold League. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't do very well. I'm just trying to think of ways that I can, like, force a snipe into this particular quest. So I want to use Trample, but I also want to use snipe. So I'm like really clutching at straws as to how I can do that within the bounds of this. So I think I'm just gonna not use the trample and do the classic Llama Tortoise in Chief just as I run out of time. and see if that wins. It might. Gonna need to dodge a fair bit, which is way easier said than done here. But at least they don't have phase. Oh, 1 health. Lucky to not be poisoned there. And then I'm dead. Let the weeping commence. We'll try again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point there. I didn't even notice that. I'm like, why isn't he missing? I want someone to miss. Explosive weaponry, up close and personal. Another one where I can't use snipe. Fantastic. Amazing. Exactly what I want. Alright then. If it is up close and personal, only monsters with melee can attack. I guess we want extra speed. And let's just go with this whole tactic of one creature versus the world. And that creature is going to be Mr. Fireblade. Now, he's never going to hit, is he? Oh, fantastic. There we go. He got a hit in. Now he needs to get another hit in. Fantastic. That worked. Yeah. That was sort of a melee unit with snipe. That did not feel good, though. Yeah, like there are really, really, really good snipe creatures out there. Just the utility of them is very limited. What's my opponent going to do here? If I was my opponent, I'd be playing Kraken here. And Kraken is usually, I can't speak. Let's go Kraken. I guess that means I can put River Helendale in a pretty safe space at the back with a resurrection. Then we need a magic reflect in the second spot. Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. No, better magic reflect. Oh wow, I'm running out of mana quick here. Helendale must go. I'm sorry. Kraken, Cornelius. Then we need healing and extra health. Right. Snipe. Please let there be a snipe. Yes, there's a snipe that fits. Fantastic. And we've got a cleanse, and we'll go with another heal, and we'll see if this works. I will be so happy if that is the case, Hender. Yes, I am in a guild, Games World. I'm in a... Oh no, I'm gonna lose this. That's Desert Dragon. I'm in a long-term guild with a bunch of people that I know in real life that also play Splinterlands. And we've been playing for quite some time. Don't retaliate again. Oh yeah, that was brilliant. Okay. Change of plans. I might actually win here. Maybe. We'll see. Kraken is very annoying and very strong, and also very enraged right now. He is under absolute assault. Problem is, he's the only one attacking the enemy front line, and the enemy front line is getting repaired on its armor. Might be a long one. Yeah, I really, really do hope that Sneak and Snipe are gone when we have the new quest format with the focuses and all that sort of stuff. I mean, it would be pretty annoying if you have to use Sneak monsters or Snipe monsters for a whole day constantly. At least I'd find that annoying. I mean, you could even then do things like branch it out. I wouldn't be so angry with sneak and snipe quests if it was every ability has the chance to have a focus, because then you could get a triage focus or a repair focus or a silence focus, and it would create a lot more diversity in the teams that are played. I think now if something falls within a certain mana cap and falls within a certain splinter availability, there's sort of typical teams that are played in particular rule sets. But I think if everyone had different unique focuses given to them each and every day, and there goes my Kraken, and that's probably with that my hopes of winning the game, it would be rather interesting. But at least now there's more varied reflections going back at my opponent. And I do have the cleanse. I could possibly outlast them, but they are whittling me down very methodically. Let's see if Cornelius can stand up to this onslaught. It's a waiting game. No, he's not. And we watch the battle speed up as we get closer to my death and demise here. The game has become impatient and gone to turbo speed after 15 rounds of both teams being completely unkillable. Sadly, they've got 2 triage. I only have the 1. Alright, fatigue is going to start kicking in very shortly. And there it goes. I'm done for. Sadness. Let me refresh the page so the next battle isn't bugged out. Alright. I still need that one more victory. One single victory. At least this one allows me to use snipe if I really want to. Keep your distance. Does that allow me to use... No, it doesn't allow me to use Krallis. I was going to be like, I'm going to use Krallis. That'll show him. Alright. Do I go Warrior of Peace here? Yeah, let's go Warrior of Peace. I'm bringing the big life guns out now. And I'll throw in Jinra Nova as well. So all the focus is on triage here. Let's see if it'll work. Oh no. Oh, actually, Snipe is going to go kapow into Zarin Ifrit. This might just work. Snipe might actually win me the game. And Blast may actually prove to be useful too. Oh, damn the miss. Well, they did bring in Almo. But I'm quite glad that I used Warrior of Peace. Warrior of Peace is not a commonly used card, but their tanking ability was exceptional against the team that my opponent fielded. So at long last, that is that quest completed after what feels like days and days and days. And it cost me so many ranking points. Let's see if we get any enjoyable, lovely rewards out of it. Okay. Alchemy Lotion. Pellicore Deceiver. A legendary lotion. 10 DEC. A legendary lotion. This wasn't worth the pain and suffering, was it? A Seedsmith. 6 DEC. Another Pellicore Deceiver. Another legendary lotion. Another legendary lotion. No, that did not feel like it was worth the pain and the struggle of that particular quest. That makes me painful on the inside. But now I am no longer restricted by the quest, which is good. I'm just going to double check to make sure that I don't have any guild brawls to enter. Nope, we're in the prep stage. And I'm really happy that our guild is now at the point where we have a Diamond League Modern Fray, which I have entered. So I do have a Max Untamed and Max Chaos League, Chaos Legion rather set. I am missing some dice cards, but I'm pretty well set for modern format at Diamond Leagues. That's why I've grabbed that particular fray in my guild. So let's play on. And because the quest wasn't kind to me, let's see if randomization is kinder to me. I'm playing Green Splinter in my next battle, apparently, if Green Splinter is available. We'll see if that's going to be the case. No, Green Splinter is not available. We've got Silent Summoners and Earthquake. Death has some good flying. Death has some great flying. But so does Fire Splinter. I know what I'm gonna do. Soulstorm. Soulstorm is wonderful flying. So is Pellicore Deceiver. It's time to bring it in. And you know who I'm definitely using here, because they are hilarious in all cases. No, I'm not going to use Cthulhu. That feels like a death wish to throw Cthulhu out in this rule set. What I do want to throw in though is Grenadier. I really hope Vampire can stay alive reasonably long enough to be a productive member of my team's society. I also hope that Pellicore Deceiver does some amazing things, but we'll see. So we've got a Return Fire, which is sort of problematic given that most of my team is ranged. And there's a Backfire, which is refusing to function as intended, so Pellicore Deceiver is Pellicore defective. And I think I'm going to walk away with the win here. Ah, and it's Luthien. I wonder if Luthien is watching, or whether they themselves are streaming. Let's go see. Over to the Splinterlands. No, Luthien is not streaming currently. But Luthien is another one of our Splinterlands TV streamers. Alright. Now, what are we doing if the wheel is useful this time around? It's Life Splinter next. I mean, that all depends on how much power a Chaos Legion team is in total. Anyway, haven't checked, but we can after this battle. Life and Dr. Blight. Dr. Blight's out. Oh, Life is out. Dr. Blight can be in. I feel as though Poison is going to be super important in this battle because of weak magic. So let's go with Earth Splinter. The game did ask us for a splinter last time around. Let's pump it up with obsidian. And I'm going to go failed summoner, princess, and mycelia. Look, we remembered Dr. Blight. We remembered him. He has a home at last, but we need poison now. And hope that our opponent doesn't bring a cleanse or an immunity. I really like the Horny Toad. I think that they're an outstanding card, and we'll go Acid Shooter just because of the randomization of where they're going to hit. Well, look at that. Look at that team. Doesn't that look similar and familiar? Let's see if my poison strategy is going to play off. No poison there. No poison there. Hey, poison. But now Dr. Blight's dead. And now Queen Mycelia is dead. And now the rest of my team is fundamentally dead. This Horny Toad can do an amazing job dodging everything. It's over. It's so over. Absolutely wrecked. Let's jump on over to Peak Monsters quickly. I'll jump onto my account here, which does have a Chaos Legion max set. So if we look at just Chaos Legion, max Chaos Legion set has a burn value of 369,000 CP. So if we were to break that down splinter by splinter, if you're playing fire, water, earth, life, that's 237,000 CP. So 125,000 power, you'd be in Diamond League, so you'd need just over 2 splinters to get there. Which I think is about the same if you consider it from a perspective of, let's look at Untamed. 2 splinters, no, you need like 3 and a bit splinters in Untamed to be at Diamond League. Because it's 443 CP there. So that's fun. It's lowering the boundary to the higher leagues, but you're not going to be very competitive there with just 2 splinters. Well, maybe you are in Modern League. I don't know. Depends on what those splinters are and how good of a player you are and how lucky you get on rule sets. Otherwise, you'll be surrendering more games than not. 2 out of 5 available splinters means that only 40% of the time you're going to be able to field a team, right? So unless you win every single battle, it's going to be tough to compete at Diamond League with that small amount of collection power. That's just me being pragmatic about the whole thing, though. All right, I need to pick a team here. It's armored up, it's evens, it's green and fire. I'm going to go with Lyanna, and since it's armored up, I'm going to go with Unicorn Mustang. Just to throw some magic reflect out into the world in case magic is the story of the day. If magic is not the story of the day and it's Yoden Zaku as the story of the day, then I will undoubtedly be defeated. If that is the case, though, I'd like to try and be defeated in the least humiliating way possible. So that's why I'm throwing a Mitika Headhunter out there. And I'll roll with a Magi of the Forest and we'll throw the slow in at the rear. Well, Unicorn Mustang seems like a good choice. Provided I don't get afflicted. There is a very menacing affliction sitting there, waiting. It didn't afflict on the first go, so that's great. And I don't believe it will get a chance to afflict, so it is Kron versus Unicorn Mustang and friends. And guess what? Kron doesn't have any cleanse available, so watch what Halfling Alchemist is going to do. Just rain on that parade. Beautiful. Okay, that is delightful. And again, I didn't play Dr. Blight, but it didn't really matter in that scenario. Happy about that one. Okay, unprotected, Rise of the Commons, 29 mana. We must bring Dr. Blight here. Do we just go for absurd speed? Thinking I'm going to go for absurd speed. There's Rise of the Commons. Well, we can't use Dr. Blight anyway, so never mind. Do we have a blind? We have many blinds. Let's go with Dark Astronomer. Everything on my side is going to absolutely hit. Shadow Snitch seems like fun, particularly with the dodge, particularly with the blind. So what else can extend the speed differential here? That might. Do we have a slow? Yes. 1 mana slow. Alright. This is the intention of the dodge. It's not going to go very well on account of the fact that they're all magical. And this guy cannot dodge magic. But I don't know. The speed is refreshing. The speed is very refreshing. I don't normally play quick teams, so it's very nice to attack before my opponent does. And I know that's going to be a win at this point. $19. But 9.999 DZ. Okay. For the rest of this battle, ooh, heavy hitters and melee mayhem. Well, I don't care for them rules. I just care for that precious flesh golem. Waiting for my opponent to decide whether or not they're also using a mage plus thing. Got about 25 minutes left in the stream at this point. Definitely not getting up to Diamond 1 today. That is not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. How long does it take to decide the llama flesh column? Too long. Way, way too long. I think I can win. Sure, it's Melee Mayhem. Sure, they've got shields. But I have brute force. It's just going to take me a few turns. Go gadget flesh column. Don't miss. Good. Alright. Should be a victory from here. Because they couldn't beat me with that full team, they won't be able to beat me with their diminishing team. Oh my god. Oh, this guy's guild name. Or this girl's guild name. Hydra Kids, Hydra Wife. They stole a phrase that is commonly used in Splinterlands. So perfect. So perfect, so brilliant. I respect this individual. Yeah, it's the Splinter Storm skin. I own the skin, but I don't own the card. Go figure. So this lovely little flesh golem is an alpha flesh golem, but you'll see it's not mine, it's delegated to me from the one and only Matt Clark, who has about 4 trillion fresh golems. They're very fresh, straight out of the alpha packs where he hoarded them from. So if I go to alpha and owned and Earth Splinter to my friend has 1,578 alpha flesh golems because he started hoarding them right from the beginning of the game. Right from the very, very start. Can you change the skin on rentals as well? Yeah, I'd imagine because it's technically delegated to you, you can go and select the skin. No, that's not 157, it's 1,578. It was just cut off. I was sitting in his lounge room the day he's like, I'm gonna buy all of one card. Owned 1578. And he decided, well, quite literally, he closed his eyes. He had his iPad, I think, in front of him, and he randomly, like, moved his finger around. He landed on a flesh golem before they even had stats available. So back in alpha times, we didn't know before gameplay was released. You could open cards before gameplay was released. Before gold foils were even released. That was an afterthought, gold foils, after the original packs were released. And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to buy flesh golems. I don't know if they're going to be good or not, but they turned out to be an incredible card. So he got very lucky. Yeah, feel free to send me a challenge. Hold my cards. Happy to entertain you. Back to basics. Spreading Fury. I hate this rule set. I hate back to basics. And at least they're not going to be able to play Life Splinter. They may play Blue Splinter, so again, I'm going to hedge my bet and just go with Ouster instead. Alright. Now, maximum health. Health. It's probably going to be Almo. Yep. Almo up in the front. Then magical stuff, maximum magical damage. We'll roll in a couple of mages. Cthulhu's pretty expensive, but when I swap that over to ranged and lock in maximum range damage, it's going to be a similar story. And look at that. That was pretty much a perfect way of putting together a team. Let's see if it works. See if this works, then we'll fight, hold my cards, and if anyone else wants to challenge me and save me from losing rating points on the ranked ladder, feel free. We've got 20 odd minutes left, and I'm happy to be challenged. Looking at my opponent, I think I'm gonna be okay. The magic reflect is lovely. The missing of the enraged guy, not so much. Should have just gone all magic. But I failed to note that enraged was part of the rule set. Yeah, that's a win. That is a win. Now I've got to prepare myself to lose here. What is the rule set? Gold League. And what is the battle going to consist of? We have melee mayhem, but also close range. Okay, all right. Let's hide my screen. And I don't know, I could possibly be a little bit more entertaining with this scene, preparing myself for absolute defeat, or maybe even this, while I put my team together. Is this what's going to happen? Am I going to rip? I don't know. Let's find out. As for what I'm going to play, I'm going to go with this thing. And ooh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I really hope you don't play Milo Crowling, hold my cards, because that's gonna ruin my day if you do. I'm just saying that publicly for the record. And if you change your team and you choose Milo Crowling, then I will formally and officially and forever hate you. I mean, hate is a strong word, but I will hate. Let me sort here by mana cost. Yes, one of you. My team is going to be obnoxious. Alright, I've submitted it. I am glad you did not go with Milo Crowling, thank you. Let's see if my idea works. Well, my retaliation here is definitely not going to work. I'm really hoping my Exploding Dwarf is going to be able to do some significant damage from the back line there. It's also the reason why I brought along War Chang to try and double up on that melee mayhem. I would have gone Dragon Splinter, had Dragon Splinter be available, and I would have added Vigilator into the mix. But this is far from over at this point, because Axemaster is pretty formidable. And now I have no tank left. Think I've gotcha. Yep. Or at least, yeah, I do. Good, I was going to be like, if I don't, I'd be very concerned. I'd be amazed by Bacteria if I did lose that one. Well played. I went with Exploding Dwarf there because of Melee Mayhem. And I could have done that even without Jotun. Yeah. I was thinking it was opportunity, equal opportunity instead of Melee Mayhem. That's why I went with Exploding Dwarf. It's just my brain being tired today and like not actually looking at the rule sets. It's a pathetic excuse, but just don't really pay all that much. I don't pay as much attention as I should when I'm playing Splinterlands. What's my opponent potentially going to do here? It's spreading fury and it's armored up. I want to focus fire. I don't want to spread out damage very much. So if I want to focus fire and take advantage of enrage myself, I probably want a speedy team. So let's go with Kalia and then let's sort by speed. I want to focus fire, but then immediately I'm like, yeah, blast. Yeah. Let's use blast. Flying squid for sure. The blind. Actually, let's go blind plus dodge. I'm completely YOLOing it in this team here. Blind plus dodge. Then we'll potentially enrage an Oceanus. And finally, that and these two. Alright, the real battle begins when Furious Chicken and Torrent Fiend die. Watch Furious Chicken and Torrent Fiend just not die in this battle. But we'll see. I'm probably the wrong person to practice against because I am that bad at Gold League. If I lose a game at the start of a season and I fall back into Gold League, I typically then lose like 10 games in a row. Oh, look at that, it's Valnimal. They haven't gone to focus fire. Alright, like I said, the real battle begins when Torrent Fiend and Furious Chicken die. And we won't see any dodges from Phantom of the Abyss because the only attacks rather my opponent has are magical in nature. So skip to results, file that under the what was I thinking column, and let's go on in the challenge here. Same thing, Gold League once more. And I'll hide behind my gravestone once we see what the rule sets are going to be. So we got Noxious Fumes and Evens. So I'm just going to put this out here. I'm not going to play Llama Cube because it is the cheesiest thing in the world. In fact, I'm not going to play Llama at all. I'm going to do something else to try and obtain victory here. I'm not saying what that is, but that's the only clue I'm going to give you. What am I going to do? I want... Oh. Well, damn. I can't play any of that. In any Splinter? Maybe that. Like, I'm looking for a specific ability here. Well, that would be... This is going to be very... potentially very painful for you, and I apologize in advance. Wait, do I have those abilities at this league level? Yes, I do. Cool. Not even sure if this is going to work. It quite possibly will. For you, that is, not for me. What else can I throw into this team? Let's see if there's any of this stuff. Oh, there's that. Yeah, and then that fits. So let's do that. All right. I got my team in. I've hit my submit button. And I live in hope. Alright. So, you've thrown in a Bacteria, a cleanse. I am not going to lie, I'm afraid of Demon Shark. But my strategy here was very different to the last game. And I have thrown 2 legendary cards at you, but to be fair, Dr. Blight is also a legendary, as is Bacteria. I've gone with the whole, well, watch me not get poisoned and watch me stay alive forever with Krallis. And they have the added advantage of being a double attacker. And the reason I threw High Priest Darius in was potentially the inevitability of Herbalist dying and then Herbalist resurrecting without poison on them, which would then keep High Priest Darius alive indefinitely as well. So we'll see that happen here. So High Priest Darius now cannot die because he was getting triaged by Herbalist, who died earlier to the poison. That was my strategy there. Yeah, Krallis is pretty broken by all accounts. They're also really great in Earthquake rule set for the same reason. They can't be thrown down into the ground by snare. So they sit there and heal while the opponent wastes the snare on them. The only thing that Krallis is really weak to is 2 things. Knockouts. So stun followed by a knockout. And the other thing is Giant Killer, because they are very, very expensive. What I really wanted to do was play Death Splinter and just spam a whole bunch of weaken cards to reduce your health so that I had more health than you and the poison just killed you off quickly. That was one strategy. The other strategy you can often employ in poison rule set is to use lots of triage, because the more triage you have, the more resilient you are against those poisons stacking and stacking and stacking. But now I've got Noxious Fumes again, but this time with reverse speed. And this time I am going to be cheesy because it's a ranked game. And I know those words are very haphazardly combined. Cheesy plus ranked game. What? Gonna go Cube Mercenary. And, well, probably gonna lose because they went Cube Llama. But hey, we'll see. Come on, do a nice big retaliate, Mr. Mercenary. Kron will... I don't know, it's probably going to be a draw. Or I'll end up winning through the magic of Cube. The insane, outrageous magic of Cube. So I had my phone alert me that there's only a few minutes left in the stream. So just getting that ready to silence, even though I've got a clock right here on my computer that I'm staring at. We've got 7 minutes remaining before I will disappear and vanish away into obscurity once again. Until next week, when I'll be back again. Alrighty, I'll skip to results on this one. It was a draw. Yeah, good prediction. Send that challenge through, and we'll see how we go. Okay. Again, Gold League. And we have Silent Summoners and Enrage. We got Life Splinter, we got Fire, we got Water, we have Earth. Should be interesting. I'm not going to play Jotun, because it's silent summoners, so it doesn't even matter, right? But I secretly wanted to play Godin with this rule set out in the wild, but I cannot. So summoner selection really doesn't matter here. But if people are going to be enraged, that sort of matters. So I'm going to do this probably. Am I going to have enough mana to do what I want? Maybe. Possibly. Yeah. I've locked it in. Okay, let's swap back on over and have a look. Nice use of Forgotten One. I've gone with everything sneak. I'm really sad that I've missed with all of my sneaks there. Good job putting that dodge at the rear. And I've hoped to capitalize upon Enrage, but it doesn't seem to be working because I can't hit your 10-year striker. Well, I was lucky to get the Retaliate in, but we won't get any tramples happening. There we go. Now we're through the back line. Oh, I think this might be a turnaround here. If I can poison the Antoid platoon, I should have it. That was a very close game. That was really, really well played. Let's actually watch that one again. Bakoni. This guy nearly completely ruined my day with the Enrage. That was a really nice battle. The thing that annoyed me the most is that combination of blind and dodge that you employed. I didn't realize it at the time as to that's why I was missing so much. But, you know, glancing over the replay now, it's like that was really, really clever. Particularly for something like Sandworm that always hits. Really good use of Spirit Hoarder. Combining that with the Enrage rule set is really smart. Really good synergy. And I think it was sort of the RNG. It could have gone either way here. For instance, if my Silver Shield Assassin got poisoned, they'd be dead at this point and they wouldn't have been alive to take down the Antoid platoon with that final dose of poison. But yeah, that was really well played. If you're playing matches like that in Gold League, you're gonna have not a whole bunch to worry about. But we're gonna have a lot to worry about in about 90 seconds time when my stream ends, because then everyone will be sad and unhappy and you'll all miss me and it'll be horrific and terrible and all that sort of stuff. But of course, I will be back again tomorrow. Just checking the streaming schedule on my other monitor, which is why I'm craning my head off in that direction. We do have Captain Huku in 2 hours from now. And if you guys do want to come and check out my stream and my Twitch channel, I am around usually in the evenings about this time frame on my Twitch channel, Holazor, where I often lose just as many games as I have lost tonight. And that's the story of my life. That's the Holazor experience. Lots of loss, lots of despair, lots of rambling, lots of realizing exactly what I need to do, but then never actually executing it, like bringing along a Dr. Blight when I should have. So I'll leave you on this note, and I'll leave you with this image, which I'm sure is very fitting for the amount of rank that I lost in ranked battles today. And I hope to see you guys again in the coming week. I've got no more words. Oh yeah, I need to sign off with have a wonderful existence, because that's what we're stuck in. Have a good one, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Cheers.